I'm doing a tutorial today on making chocolates. And these are the kinds of chocolates that you'll find in the really expensive boxes that you'll get for Valentine's Day and Christmas. But they're so easy to make. It really doesn't take very long, and it's a lot cheaper than buying the boxes, and you get a lot more out of them. So they've just got some cream filling inside with different flavors, and I'll get started. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. A bag of marshmallows. The bag I use is about 10.5 ounces. So I just poured the whole thing in there. A third cup of Crisco, and I already measured out about 3 tablespoons of water. And then some powdered sugar. We're just gonna kind of add to the mixture until it gets to our desired creaminess. And then we've got some different flavors. I've got orange, lemon, and raspberry, and then some food coloring to kind of bring it to the color that we want to match the flavors. And then of course you're going to want some baking chocolate or almond bark. And all right, here we go. So to make the fondant cream filling, what you're going to do is just pour the water over the marshmallows like that. It's about 3 tablespoons worth. And then we're going to microwave that for about 30-second intervals at a time. Okay, so when that's done, just kind of stir it around. You're probably going to need to go give it a few go-rounds in the microwave. But just be sure to stir it up good so it gets cooked evenly. And just stick it in there again. Okay, so it looks pretty good. All the marshmallows are dissolved. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our third cup of Crisco. And we're just going to kind of stir that around until it's all dissolved. Okay, so the Crisco is just about all dissolved. So we're going to start adding the powdered sugar. And we don't want to add enough powdered sugar to make it really thick like the cake fondant. We just want it creamy enough that it will kind of be creamy for the chocolate. So we're just going to get it a consistency that's kind of like ice cream. So I'm just going to add a half cup of powdered sugar at first, and then we'll kind of go from there. So just add that in there and just stir it around. Okay, so the fondant is done. I just added another half a cup of powdered sugar to it. So it's got a cup of powdered sugar, and it's got about the consistency of taffy, which is right where we want it. So now I've got 3 bowls because we're making 3 different flavors. So I'm just going to separate it into the bowls and pour the flavoring in. Okay, so we've separated our little fondants, and now we're going to add the flavoring. And I'm just going to add a little capful of each. I assume it's probably about a teaspoon, but just add to your taste. And remember that chocolates are usually pretty rich, so I like to lean towards a stronger flavor, but it's just up to your taste. So this one is the orange extract. This is a really strong extract. It smells really good. This one's raspberry. And that one's kind of red already, but it doesn't make the cream red enough, I think. So we just add red to it to make it just a little more festive. And this one is the lemon. And this one's brand new. It smells really good. Okay, so we're just going to mix each one around, and then we're going to add food coloring, especially because the orange and the lemon aren't colored at all. Okay, so we finished adding the flavoring to our fondant cream and the food coloring. So here they are. There's raspberry, lemon, and orange. And we did end up having to add quite a bit more flavoring. I don't know if it was just the brand we used, but just add enough and taste it and just make it suit your taste. So there's that. And then the next thing we're going to do is melt our baking chocolate. So you kind of do that the same way as the marshmallow. We're going to put it in the microwave for 30-second increments and then take it out, stir it around, and if it needs to go back in, then we'll put it back in. Okay, so we have melted our chocolate. We've got some milk chocolate here and some white chocolate here. And we have made little balls out of our fondant. And all you do is you just dip it in the chocolate that you want. Just kind of get it nice and coated everywhere. Then grab a fork and just go under the little chocolate ball, just like that. Kind of let the chocolate drip off there so there's no extra residue left over, just as much as you can. And then we're gonna stick it on a cookie sheet lined with wax paper. We're just gonna drop it like that. Okay, so the chocolates are dipped and I set them on wax paper on cookie sheets. And so the next thing to do is just to let them sit for probably about 30 minutes until the chocolate gets hardened again. Okay, so we're done. The chocolates have hardened and here they are. And I kind of just mixed them around and I added some toffee sprinkles to some of them. But these are so good. I couldn't help but taste some during the process of making them, and I swear these are better than any that you'll ever find in the store. And it's really easy to make, it's cheap, so bon appetit.